Come out. All those of you that are raising up your hand, come out. You told me you just got employment, so you have not changed now. You just got employment. You say you got employment, so enter. I need practical. That's why I ask. I need practical. If you just I need practical. Okay, start 14. Many of you must have had. Make it detailed.
Praise the Lord. In my company where I work, I was employed just as a sales rep. But as we begin to move, and I am hearing and seeing what God is doing in this kingdom, and God began to give us things. So I began to cash into the keys and the wealth that God have laden this kingdom with. And then in my kingdom, in my company where I work, I began to market myself. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And as the opportunity comes, I grab those opportunities. But let me just narrow it down to detailed ones that will encourage our faith. Before I joined the company, I was a downfall driver on this road, Abara to my 2. And now, as I entered the company, I began to tell my MD that we can run a transport company. And he will look at it and say, the transport company, can you do it? I said, that's what I've been doing now, and I know that I have the capacity. The only thing is that because I had no money to go into the interstate, I was just doing it locally. So he said, so you mean you can manage interstates? I said, yes, I can. He said, and your oil business will not suffer. I said, sir, just throw the bone to the dogs and allow us to play the game. And I just discussed it casually like this. That was late last year. And then he asked me, what kind of bosses do we need? I told him the kind of bosses we needed. We discussed it casually. Before I know it, he said, go to so place and go and buy 4 buses. 4 buses, 18,400,000 naira. We bought, we paid. And I told him, but these are not the kind of buses we need. We need new buses. That kind they are selling 30 million. He said, He says, it's okay. Let's plan towards it. 1 week after he called me, he said, I have bought one for 33 million. Come and carry it. And I went and I carried those buses. And I started a transport company under the company where I am working. And because, it's a transport company, you can't start it on the air. You must own parks. You must have places where you are going to, run from. And we started renting places and buying places. No agenda to buy, because we are just starting. We just have 7 buses to start. So you can't talk about buying parks. So one of the days I was asked to go and negotiate for a place where we are going to rent a park at Mazamaza here. All of you know Mazamaza. Just go and look for a place where we can be having a place to keep 1 bus to load. And I got there. I met the people. They say just a place to keep a bus is 1.5 million per annum. I negotiated with them. As I was about leaving the place, one aboro just come and say, Oga, there is a place to buy you if you want. Ordinarily, one will not believe that in that Mazamaza there is still a place that is for sale with all those transport companies that are there. But that Taboro just says, spoke it casually. There is a place to buy you if you want. And I turned to him. I said, show me the place. He carried me to a half plot of land that is just in the central place of that business. And I say, can I see the owners of the land? He carried me straight without an agent in between us. That Taboro carried me straight to the owners of the land. And right there, I started remember, my company did not tell me to go and buy land. Not to talk about buying the land that will cost half a plot of land for 50 million naira. They didn't ask me to do that. But I am in a kingdom of wealth, and that wealth must come out. So I search for every opportunity to make the money legitimately. So as the young man told me about the place, I said, okay. Went to the owners, we negotiated about the land. All I did to make the amount of money I made there, which is something tangible, is just a video recording. I recorded the place and commented on it and sent it to the management. I've negotiated for the place you asked me to negotiate. It will cost us $1.5 million per annum to own just a portion for one bus. But I have discovered a place, the way I put it, that it is God that gave it to us. And that is true. And it's going to cost us 50 million naira to secure this place. And I told them the possibilities and the prospect, the amount of money we stand to make from that money, that land in a day. That was all I needed to do. They sent the company lawyer. He went there, looked at the place, and then the company paid for the land. Of course, you know, no boop in a megane, there is no way I will get such a land of 50 million naira and some percentage will not come to me, and it runs in millions. Praise the Lord. The same thing, I was asked to go to Ebonyi State. Go there, look for a place, because we can't take off from Lagos and then get to the east and be stranded. The young will not allow you to load in his park. So you must generate your own park. I went to Ebonyi State to go and look for another portion where we can keep a bus. I got there. I did what they asked me to do. I entered the Central Park. I saw people are just buying park and buying park and buying. And right there, without being asked to negotiate, that one happened before Maza own. I started negotiating as if the money is in my pocket. No 1 naira. But I went to the state government of Ebonyi State. I said, I need the annual allocation here. And they said, what do you want to do? I told them what I wanted to do. And they said, you know, we don't give 1 plot. It must be from 2 plots. For a company that just has 7 vehicles to talk about buying 2 plots of land in Ebonyi State. But because we move by faith and not by sight, I told them, don't bother about it. I am capable. And they gave me 2 plots of land. And I asked them, can I pay instrumentally? They said yes. And I pick up my phone again, make a record, and told them that there is an open door here. I came to negotiate for just a space, but look at it. I have an allocation from the state government for 2 plots of land. And before I know what was happening, the land was paid for, and the contract to face the land was given to me without struggle. And there is no way I can do such a job and some good money will not come in. Am I correct? That was the same way I went to Ibejuleki some time ago. You took me there. We went there because we are now talking as brethren. You can also come and meet him. He will take you there after this discussion. We went there for personal business. I've not been there before. I've been hearing about the refinery they are building over there and all that, but I've not been there. When I got there, I saw something that baffled me. I saw the refinery. I saw the companies that are there. I saw a lot of things that I didn't know exist in Lagos. And my eyes was open. And I know the company where I work. They are a company that is searching for opportunities. If you have an idea, bring it, they will make it to work. So as I got there, I saw things and my eyes open. I say, wow. And I went to work. What can I do? I told my MD, you thought you are doing business. You've not started though. Have you been to so and so place? He said, no. I told him, if you have not been there, then you have not started business. And though he's a man that likes challenge, he said, what do you mean? I said, follow me, let's go. And I carried him to that place. That's all I needed to do. Carrying him to the place got his eyes open. And right there, as we are coming back, he left his own car. He came and joined my car. And he picked up his phone. He called the lawyer that is in charge of property and said, all those properties you are buying from Ogun State, stop. I'm wasting my money. And then we started negotiating for properties every day. He is not into real estate. But that day he declared his interest. And as he declared his interest, he went home because he's a man that has diversified. So he's into so many things. Now, it is now me, based on what we have here and the keys the Lord have given to us. I came. We went to negotiate for 100 acres of land. That is 600 plots. Worth of 2 billion naira. As I'm negotiating it, I've not told my MD about it too. But I know if this God made the one of Abakaliki to work, and he made the one of Maza to work, he will also make the one of 100 acres to work. And we went into negotiation. We drove to the place and we brought that money. We carried the people. We went to the place. Started negotiating for as if we kept 2 billion at the backyard. And we negotiated with them. After negotiating with them, we told them what we wanted. And we fixed a date. I called you yesterday or day before yesterday. And I told you that if not for the ministers' conference by Monday, we're having a meeting with the family, the owners of the land. And you are going to be our barrister that will take over. Did I not tell you? But because of the ministers' conference, upon Monday, as soon as we finish, we are going for that meeting. All I need to do is just to take a step of faith. I tried it at Ebonyi, it worked. I tried it at Maza and it worked. And some of you have been asking whether I am selling car. Somebody was asking me, okay, you don't they sell car now? Today we see you with the other one. I know they sell car, but I told my company I can supply anything. Supplyable. The only thing I will not supply is a human head. And before you know, your own is to tell. You had daddy telling that young lady, tell people what you do. We own a transport company today because I use my downfall experience and told them I can handle it. Those 7 vehicles is almost 100 million naira. Not to talk about the lands we are buying and the other places we are renting. The company saw my vision and they trusted me with that business. And look at how what God is doing with it now. We are going into real estate. The company did not tell me, oh God, we want to go into real estate too. I am the one that went to Ibeju and see the opportunities. I was able to convince him. To get him is not easy, but I pulled him to that place. He saw things for himself. He declared his